Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining me today on the channel And Now What? Today, we're diving into the mesmerizing world of British Columbia ocean picture stone. This very unique material with its vibrant blues and earthy tones looks like a landscape frozen in time, or a seascape, depends what you see. But before it becomes a polished masterpiece, it starts as a new slab like this. As you can see, I've measured it, I've got my marks there, and now I'm starting to cut. The saw blade is slowly cutting through the stone with water dripping to cool the blade. To keep things moving, I've sped up some parts of the process, but trust me, the real magic happens slowly. Just about done. Here it is, a perfectly sliced piece, ready for its next transformation. Stay tuned to see how this turns into a stunning pendant. As we finish the cutting, my next step will be to take this to my lapidary machine and take the rest of these off down to the black lines to give me my preform. So here you see I've done a couple minutes of preforming. I've just ground the edges down a little bit. What you're about to see next is I put some markings across the top, and the reason that I do these markings is when I start to grind on my lapidary wheels, once those markings have all disappeared, then I have covered all the areas on top, and I'm ready to do my preforming of the dome for the cabochon. Here is the process of grinding and polishing a beautiful British Columbia ocean picture stone. First, I start on the 220 grit hard wheel, shaping the stone and removing the rough edges. I'm going to skip the 280 resin wheel and move straight to the 600 grit wheel so that I can get a finer surface. Next, after that, will be the 1200 grit wheel, which brings out the stone's detail. And finally, the 3000 grit wheel creates a smooth, glossy finish. Watch as the stunning patterns of this ocean picture stone come to life with each step. Stay tuned to the end. I'm going to show you how I grind a hole in this and put a leather strap on so you can hang this pendant once it is a finished product. And sometimes things don't go exactly as planned. When I originally drilled the hole in this beautiful piece of BC ocean picture stone, I noticed it was slightly off center, sort of like me. Not ideal for making a pendant, but instead of scrapping it, I decided to fix it. To center the hole, I went back to my lapidary wheels and got to work. Starting with the coarse 80 grit wheel, I carefully ground down one side of the stone, adjusting the shape little by little. I also reshaped the top edge to bring the hole perfectly back into balance. From there, it was all about precision and patience. I moved through each wheel in sequence: 220, 280, 600, 1200, and finally the 3000 grit wheel, which you'll see as we go along here, refining the surface with each step. Each pass smoothed out the stone and brought it back to its natural beauty and gave it that polished finish it deserves. Now, with the hole centered and the stone shape perfected, it's ready to become a pendant, a piece of wearable art that hides its little imperfection turned into perfection story. Sometimes a challenge is just an opportunity in disguise. So with the shape corrected, it was time to bring this BC ocean picture stone back to life. Starting with the 600 grit wheel, I smoothed out the rough edges a little more and evened the surface. From there, I transitioned to the 1200 grit wheel, where the stone began to reveal its natural beauty, its colors and patterns coming through with beautiful clarity. The final polish on the 3000 grit wheel brought out its true brilliance. What I thought was ruined had been transformed, and this stone is now ready to shine as the centerpiece of a pendant. If you stick around just a few more seconds, I'm going to show you how I put the leather through and make it so that it can hang as a pendant. I've learned that every mistake has the potential to become something extraordinary if you just give it time. And thank you for staying till the end. It's now time to finish off this ocean picture stone pendant. First, as you see here, I'm threading the leather thong through the hole that I drilled, creating the perfect connection between the stone and the strap. Next, I'll tie a double slip knot making the leather strap adjustable so it can fit comfortably around your neck. And just like that, this unique piece is ready to wear. And by the way, if you're enjoying this, please like, share, and subscribe so that you can enjoy more handmade creations in the future. Thank you for your time today.